Going to go ahead and get started. It is 9:31, 9:31, and today is our very first Monday at 9:30 a.m. stakeholder meeting. Our stakeholder meetings are going to be the first and third Mondays of every month going forward at 9:30. I will mention in the beginning and I'll mention at the end that this month is Family Reunion Month. So the second meeting of the month in February is usually the third week, or the third Monday, but we're going to be at Family Reunion, so we're not going to have another meeting in February. This will be the only stakeholder meeting in February because of Family Reunion, but we have a really exciting agenda of events for you during that week. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be, more details will be coming out on Friday. So, all right, welcome everybody. So glad to see you. We want to start out with some congratulations to Triv team. Adam Tursky, Brett Ram, Dylan Scheid, and Priyanka Nanavati. I hope I said that right, Priyanka. Forgive me. Okay, next slide, please. Welcome Magno Group. All together, Diana Magno, Mike Magno, Tony Formisano, and Alan Worthy with a T on the end. Sorry about that, Alan. We'll get that fixed. Welcome to KW Living. We're so glad to have you. This is a part of our meeting where we share gratitude. Gratitude is a huge part of our life. Gratitude makes everything in the world better. So who wants to share something that you're thankful for this week, or something maybe that happened last week? Could be family, could be business. Who wants to start?
I'll start it off here. I'll give a shout out to you, Karen.
Oh,
Yeah, really, like it's really cool to see you in there and being a leader so fast, and like how much that you care about everybody so much all the time. It's really cool to watch you work and watch you move quickly.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
I show gratitude to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, who's next? Something wonderful happened in your life last week? We'd love to hear about it.
I'll go.
All right, thank you.
I just want to show gratitude to Keisha and Crystal. I don't know if Crystal's on. I know Keisha's on. I just had some stuff going on last week personally, and they were a big support, and so I appreciate the support and the friendship.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome.
That's wonderful. Anybody else?
Hey, Karen, I'll jump in real quick. I am thankful that my kids got to go back to school today, because if they sat in this house for one more day on snow days, I was going to lose my mind.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's great to be grateful for, I'm sure. I remember those days.
I second that, Renee.
Anybody else? All right, we're going to move to the next slide. Winning.
Karen?
Yes.
Karen, I'm so sorry. I'm late jumping in.
Hi.
It's Laura. Hi, everybody.
Laura.
I just want to thank everybody from the Market Center, especially you, Karen, who really supported me during my surgery and early recovery. And it's just very appreciated. And also, just to share, my dad is 95 today, and I just want to shout it from the rooftops.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congrats to your dad.
Yeah, and he's amazing, and we had a big party for him last night. And so just wanted to put that good vibe out there.
That's wonderful. Thank you for
Thanks.
sharing. All right. Now we're going to talk about our wins. So let's talk about our professional wins. What happened last week? Did you win a deal? Was it tough? Did you get a new listing? Did you start a new lead gen program? Talk about your wins.
Well, I'm excited. My win last week was I listed a home for $410,000, which was my largest listing. So I'm really excited about that. It was hard fought, but I won out. They were very comfortable with me, so I'm really excited for it. It's a good listing.
Congratulations! How'd you get that listing?
Really, I just I was just honest. I think that's the only way I think that's the only thing I know how to be. And they just really trusted that I was going to put my best foot forward with getting their home sold. They trust, again, it just came down to trusting. That's really what it came down to.
Awesome. Was it a referral?
Yes, it was.
Good.
Yes,
Good for you. All right. Who else wants to share? Share us your wins. We want to celebrate with you.
I have one, or
Go ahead,
maybe
Janice.
I have two. One is, I don't know if anybody on here has dealt with a NACA buyer, and how hard they are to get accepted. So I got a NACA offer accepted last week.
Yay!
I was excited for my client. And so that's one. The other one is, I have a friend who has been thinking about selling her house and buying another house. Well, we went under contract yesterday for a new house, a new build, in Streetsboro, and then I'm going to list her house as well.
Outstanding. So these are friends. They came from your sphere also.
One is friend, yeah, from my actually my son, from him being in Cub Scouts. They were a Cub Scout parent, and so that's how we became friends.
That's
Yep.
awesome. That's what, all of you parents out there, or if you're involved, whatever you're involved in, don't forget that's a wonderful place to, engage and market your specialty. Your superpower is real estate, right? All right, who else? One more win. Somebody.
I have one.
Thank you, Beth. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, we had a reload client. My husband actually works for Coca-Cola, and this is a gentleman coming from Philly to Coca-Cola in Twinsburg. So we wrote an offer and on a new build in Aurora, over in Renaissance of Aurora for a new build.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So you got your husband working for you too, huh?
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
All right, great. All right, let's go to the next slide. Thank you. Upcoming listings. Let's talk about your upcoming listings. Keisha, do you have an upcoming listing?
How did you know? How did you know? Okay, I do. I have an upcoming listing. I've got to get to working on it today and get it ready. So I'm going on the next couple of days. I do have one coming up in Warrensville Heights. It's completely remodeled, 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms. I believe there's a half bath in the basement, 2 finished basement, 2-car garage, completely updated with everything new, top to bottom. It's going to go on at about $199, and it's about 1,900 square feet without the basement. It should be coming up in the next 72 hours. I just got to do some stuff over there and make sure it's all the way good. And yeah.
Awesome. How'd you get that lead? How'd you get that listing?
Well, just one of my investors that I always keep in touch with, we just kind of keep in touch all the time and see what he's got going. And yeah, this is one of his projects.
Outstanding. All right, who else has got a listing? Nobody?
Hi, Karen. It's Irene.
Hi, Irene.
I also have a home coming on in Warrensville Heights. It's going to be in Cinema Estates. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's going to have a tax abatement that started in 2020. So it's going to be till 2030. I can get the exact date on the tax abatement. But I got that from a sign call because I sold another home this past fall in Cinema Estates.
That's excellent. I don't know how many of you actually use sold signs. I never put them out because people continue to call and I got buyer leads from them. So congratulations on that listing. That's awesome.
Thank you. Oh, and it'll be 280.
Okay, great. Anyone else? All
So
right.
Laura Murada has, I'm sorry, I'm not on video, Karen, excuse me.
That's okay.
I've got drywall everywhere. So Laura Murada has a beautiful new listing coming on in Cleveland Heights that maybe she talked about it on the team meeting last time. Laura, are you going to talk about it?
Hi, it's not going to be ready until the end of the month, end of February, so I hadn't mentioned it yet.
Okay. Excellent.
It is a Cleveland Heights in the historical district between Fairmount and North Park. It's a 5-bedroom, 3 full, 3 half bath, a very unusual layout, and there will also be a lot. an additional lot parcel. So it could be purchased just the lot and the home separately or together. It's going to be it's a beautiful house, rather updated kitchen, a really cool interior like gazebo with soaring ceiling, like a breakfast room. And it
Perfect.
also has a first floor bedroom en suite, which is very unusual.
Nice.
So keep your eyes peeled. It's going to go on the 24th.
How'd you get that listing, Laura?
It was a referral.
Awesome. Your
Yes.
sphere is where your low-hanging fruit lies, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, let's move to the next slide, please. Okay, congratulations, cappers, Mo, Casey, and Rick. Congratulations. All right, next slide, please. All right, Amy, are you on the call?
I
Amy?
am.
Oh, hi, Amy. This is Amy Couch with Broker Metrics. So
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we've got just a little bit of an introduction here. Broker Metrics is a program like Trend Graphics. We have always used Trend Graphics as a market center in leadership to kind of get information about how other market centers are doing. But you can also use Broker Metrics or Trend Graphics to help you give you the competitive edge in your listings in pricing homes. So I wanted to bring on Amy Couch because we are going to be transitioning to Broker Metrics because Keller Williams Realty International has entered into a business arrangement with them. So they are going to be able to or are integrating with our Command software. So we are switching from Trend Graphics to Broker Metrics. We'll have Trend Graphics for another month. They'll end on March 1st. Broker Metrics starts today. So go ahead, Amy. Tell us about Broker Metrics.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks, Karen, for the introduction. Appreciate it. Kind of stole a little bit of my thunder there with the integration to Command. That's going to be the big piece for you guys and help saving time as far as instead of having to export, clean up data and import. So we've kind of worked with your guys' leadership team in getting that taken care of for you guys so you guys can be out in the field and being productive. So essentially what Broker Metrics does, it does help you compare and analyze kind of what's going on in your market share, but it's also huge for you guys to assist with recruiting and coaching and retention. So I know that's a big piece for you guys. And then again, having that integration into Command is just going to save you that much more time. And then the piece that Karen was mentioning with the pricing, we do have a module that you guys can have access to. It allows you to essentially complement your CMAs. It gives your sellers that factual information of this is why we should price at X versus Y, because you guys know your market. The sellers might want more for their buck, but this will help out in showing them statistically why they should price at X. They might be on the market less days. They might get more bang for their buck versus sitting and waiting. Even if it's priced, a little bit too high, they could be sitting for a couple months and not getting into their next dream home. So, a very powerful tool, very powerful analytics that do tell the stories you guys are trying to portray to your clients.
Great, and we will have more about Broker Metrics as we get to know it a little bit better here during this month. And maybe we'll have Amy come on again to talk with us about how you log in and how you pull those reports. So this is kind of an introduction to Broker Metrics. Thank you, Amy.
Awesome.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Karen.
You bet. All right, your Realty Leverage with Evelyn Pendleton and Jessica. Are you on the call?
We are. Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everybody?
Good.
Good. So, yeah, Karen, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah. So tell us what you can do for our agents here.
Yeah, so we're super excited. We partnered with your office a few months ago. We have some agents that we're working with, and we can help leverage with wherever you are in your business, whatever stage you're in. We can take off some admin support for you. We can add that to your business. So we help with listings, and our most popular package is our contract to close package. And then we also can help with any kind of project that you might have that you would love to just get off your plate and get it accomplished. So we have agents that we help with getting their command updated and tagged and then or mailings or things like that. So it's definitely any kind of any custom thing that you need, we can definitely jump in. Jess is on the call. She is our TC that's working with several agents in your office, and she has many years of experience, and we're just really excited to be partnered with you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I invited them to come on today because I had a business review with Lauren Baker actually, and Lauren told me that she started using Your Realty Leverage to handle her transaction to close business, and she said it changed her life. Those are her words. It changed my life, she said. She got back time that she can use for lead gen and for meeting with clients and having appointments. So I think that's important. It's really important to recognize the value of your time. So I encourage you to let us know if you want to have a conversation with Evelyn, and Jessica's our local support. So even though sometimes we think we have this is a virtual relationship, Jessica lives in Parma. She's right here, right?
Yep, that's right. I am here in Parma, and I have lived here for my whole life. I've been in real estate for 20 years in various aspects. So yeah, I'm definitely your local support.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you guys, and look forward to seeing you again sometime soon.
Absolutely. I'll put my email in the chat if you want to set up a call, and then I'd love to teach you more.
Great. Thank you. All right, next slide, please. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about OpCity, and there is no person better with OpCity that I can think of than Tammy Smith-Caver. Tammy, tell us about how to optimize our OpCity leads so that we're getting the very best leads and more of them.
So I've been fortunate to have worked with OpCity now probably about a year and a half, off and on, with a couple of with the brokers that I was with another broker, and I started with OpCity, and I came over, and then I was working with the team, and they were using OpCity. The best way to really optimize your OpCity leads is, number one, is responding. Your response time is the most important thing, because that lead is going out to every person that is, in that, using that criteria. So if you start your leads off at, let's say, $100,000, that lead is going to go out to everyone, and the first person to respond based upon the metrics is who's going to get that lead. So one little quirk, depending upon how you actually can get to your app, that will determine how quickly you can respond to that lead. So for instance, iPhone users, you may use your face recognition to get into your phone. So if your phone is asleep, you pick up your phone, your face recognition comes on. That can delay your response. And I have learned that through trial and error. So I actually use the actual code to get into my phone versus the face recognition. So it's really bizarre, but it may be my carrier, but I noticed it with two different carriers. It worked the same way. That facial recognition on iPhone is it can delay your response time. So as I think back to, I'm making sure that I hit on all the points that Karen and I talked about. So using the app is the most important thing, and you must update your leads once every 7 days. I just go in, as I'm just going through my daily routine, I'm just updating because I may have sent out a listing to someone a listing to someone or what have you. I make sure that I go in and update my CRM through OpCity as often as I need to. So you don't have to wait the 7 days. If you go beyond that 7 days, they will pause any new leads that may come in. So you won't be in that rotation. But the app is your best friend. The app is your best friend. That's how you're going to find out who your leads are, and you're able to track them. Again, I'm going to go back to the speed because it's really important. We may be in the middle of something, so don't respond to it. Don't respond to the lead. But if you can get to that lead, click on the, reply now. Reply now gets you into it, and hopefully you can actually get that lead. Once you get the lead, you're going to get a phone call. The phone call comes from OpCity. So my recommendation, it will come up as spam if you don't actually save the number in your phone. So if you have a spam blocker, it could potentially block those calls coming in from OpCity. So I tell you, save the OpCity phone number. And what I will do is send out in Gara's message to this team meeting is the phone number that you should save in your OpCity. I actually use $signs. That lets me know it's a lead coming in and I need to answer that call. And again, it won't go to spam at that point. Once you answer the phone, they're going to do an introduction. The introduction comes in and they will give you as much information as possible. One thing I will tell you, don't turn down a lead that says only $60,000, because a $60,000 lead could be an investor. It could be someone that accidentally said 60,000 or it may have meant 600. One lead that I was able to get ended up being, it was a $60,000 lead with an investor, and it turned into me listing a home for $250,000 because we got that house and he and his wife wanted to list another investment property. So now I've become their realtor of choice because I helped them out. Now, guess what? They're looking for a house themselves. So it turned into, multiple deals. So just because the lead comes in at 60,000, I'm not telling you to, you have to hit all of them. Doesn't mean necessarily that it's not a solid lead. I think that's pretty much it. Again, the key is providing those weekly updates. That is the key.
Right, and you get dinged. If you're not providing those weekly updates, you will get paused, you will get less leads, and you'll get lower leads. So make sure you're following up on those weekly updates. I am getting messages coming in saying if you're behind or an update is due. I've been trying to reach out to you and let you know with some tips, but I just... If you have any questions, you know what? I'm going to be sharing with you the roster today. Tammy Smith-Caver, her number is on the roster, and if you'll put your number in the chat box, I'd be so grateful.
Sure.
Thank you, Tammy. Good job. All right, next slide, please. Okay, make the team better. Carly Soblotny. So this is something new that we're trying. So we do own a culture here at KW Living of sharing, and I wanted to just kick this off with Carly. We were having a business review, and she told me about something that she's doing that I absolutely love it. It's very visual. So Carly, go right ahead. I'm going to go to the next slide, please. There you go.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Can you guys hear me okay? I'm at a home inspection.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I took this visual from a friend of mine, and this is just so you guys know, it's a Canva template. So we can share the link to anyone that wants it, and you can edit it to be specific to your team. But we have a pretty heavy goal of 200 homes this year. I don't know if we're going to hit it, but we did print out 2 of these posters, and everyone picked a Sharpie color. So something that's kind of fun at our biweekly team meetings, everyone can kind of fill in the blank with their specific chosen color for the house. So it's just kind of a fun visual thing. It's not a competition. Can certainly be made into a contest though. And it's just kind of a fun way to celebrate wins. So
yeah, and you feel inspired when you walk by it and your color isn't up there as many times as somebody else. But you know what I was thinking of when you were telling me about this, we have more independent agents in this office than we do people on a team. So I was looking at this and I thought, well, I know that when I was selling, I had a goal for so many listings in 2021 and so many buyer sales in 2021. Mm-hmm. So I picked 2 different colors to put on here representing listings and buyers, so I can kind of keep track and motivate myself to go forward. So I love this. Thank you for sharing, Carly, helping to make the team better. And I would invite all of you, all of our agents, when you have little tips and tricks and best practices that you would be willing to share, please email me so that we can get you on the stakeholder meeting to share. Love that. Thank you again.
Thank you.
You bet. Gara, you're up.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Today we're talking about upcoming events. So Tomorrow, we have our new Agent Open Mastermind Q&A at 10 a.m. via Zoom with Katie Overton. If you're a new agent to our office and you just have some questions that you want answered, that's a great kind of like an open forum for you to bring your questions and we can help you answer them. And then on the same day, on Tuesday at 1 p.m. via Zoom, we have Automate Your Business with Smart Plans with our tech trainer, Paul Rexenas. Smart Plans are a great way to touch your database without having to manually do anything. So he'll teach you how to utilize those. And then we have Coffee Talk on Wednesday at 10 a.m. with Mike Deline. It's a great way for our agents to kind of just gather together and talk about things that they're going on in their lives or current deals that they have. And that's at 10 a.m. in our market center. And then also on Wednesday, there's a KW Maps coaching webinar with Monica Reynolds at 1 p.m. The link is in our Facebook event and also on our Google Calendar. And also I'll send that out to you as well. So if you like to attend or register, please click on the link that I'll send in the email. And then on Thursday, we have a screening of Testing the Divide, which is a documentary about how sometimes real estate agents treat different clients differently based on either the color of their skin or their orientation or things like that. So that's going to be a documentary that will screen in our market center, but it'll also be hybrid. So if you can't make it in, we'll screen share with you so that you can watch it with us as well. And there'll be discussion afterwards. We'll have another New Agent Open Q&A on the 15th. So it's going to be every Tuesday. We'll have these. So if you're a new agent, if you miss this one tomorrow, there'll be another one next week. And also we have KW Career Day. That is also next week at 5:30 p.m. If you know anyone who is getting their license or in real estate school and they're still looking for a brokerage, you can share the link with that. That's also in our Facebook event and also in the Google Calendar.
Awesome. Thank you. You're up again.
This is Janice.
Janice.
Oh, well, so Gira already mentioned about our event that we have this Thursday. So I'm excited to watch Testing the Divide. And if you have any like co-brokes that you've kind of been doing business with or that you may want to bring over who's looking for an office that has diversity, it's a perfect segue or a perfect opportunity to have them come and be a part of the discussion and kind of see how we interact. I did have a chance to talk to an agent I'm doing a deal with currently, and she mentioned that her office is not diverse, and it just kind of flowed into a conversation. And so I invited her to come on Thursday, that she's been looking at KW. So hopefully we'll get her over from the green people.
Outstanding. Thank you.
So also next month we're gonna read The Color of Law as an office. And so I really hope that most of you will take the challenge and read this book. It is also available on audio. I know a lot of people like audio because a lot of people don't like to read. It is a wordy book and can be hard to get through. And so audio, I think it's like 9 hours on audio. So it's not a long time that we can get through the book and have a good discussion on March the 10th. So I hope everyone can join in. If you need anything from me, please let me know. We did have a good session last week where we talked about what not to say. I think the recording has been sent out, just giving ideas of what language we should and should not use, even in our listings. And so that information was shared. And then we also put together a document. I don't know if we share that yet, Kira, but we can.
That's awesome, Janice. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything you're doing to help move us forward as being we are probably already the most social equity minded brokerage in all of our area for sure. And I love that you're talking about Audible too, because a book like that, 9 hours, that's an hour drive, maybe a half hour on the way to work, half hour on the way home. You get that done in a month. So it'd take me a lot longer to read it if I just were reading it.
Me too.
So, I love that.
One other thing I want to add, it's not on here. On February 25th, I believe, that's the last Friday of the month, we are having the new president of Realtors and the membership chair of realtors come into our office and kind of give a presentation of what the realtors organization is and how they were founded and how and what they do, like, you know, in the city and community or whatever, and how we can be a part. I know that our office is a partnership with, like, we have a membership with realtors, so we can all be participants of that. But they're going to come in on that day for about an hour to answer questions and or sign us up if you want to.
I hope it's before 2:30. I'll tell you why later.
It is.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Awesome. All right, next slide, please. Thanks, Janice. Okay, it's time to talk to our business partners, our vendor partners. Renee Kozak.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, I just wanted to give a shout out for Family Reunion coming up. I'm sure that that's probably an upcoming slide of yours, Karen. Yep. But just a reminder for anybody that is attending in person, APHW is a platinum sponsor for Family Reunion this year, which we are very excited about. We will have all of our leadership there, right up to the owner. Randy and Rodney will both be there. They are at booth 349. For those of you that have been around a long time and remember Luke Brock, he will be there. And for all of you that still miss Matt McQuarrie in your territory coming in and making you giggle a little bit, he will be there as well. So if you guys have a couple of minutes and can stop at booth 349, I'm sure our leadership team would love to see you. You know, our KW family is very important to us. We have seen a big influx on claims coming in. So just a quick reminder, guys, the 425 or 460 plan is really a great thing to give your customers. But if you're looking to have your customers get the most payout for their claims, always think about getting them their buyer preferred upgrade. Our plans are very competitively priced. We are one of the lowest in the industry for home warranties at 425 and 460. So that $140 for the buyer preferred upgrade can really go a long way with putting a lot of extra money in their pockets with claims. If you have any questions about the upgrade and what it can do for your customers, please give me a call at any time. I'll throw my contact information in the chat as well. And then welcome to all the new agents. I look forward to working with you guys. Thanks, Karen, for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, Janelle Kiefer, welcome.
Hey, hi, guys. I'll make it brief, but I figure if we're going to do this, I want to do like a title tip for you guys. Title and escrow doesn't change very much. So very briefly, one of the Pullman team's agents had a sudden death in the middle of a transaction, okay? And it pushed the closing out very far. So I just want to kind of do a very brief, what you should tell your buyer and seller to expect. If somebody passes in the middle of a transaction, the title company needs to see a certified death certificate at closing. That doesn't come right away. That doesn't come the day after somebody passes. Somebody passes, and then the coroner or the doctor has to sign off on it. Then it has to be recorded. That could take a week up to 1 month in the state of Ohio, depending on the county. Now, factor that into your buyer's rate locks, to your listing, your sellers moving into a new home. This could really throw a curve and a wrench into any situation. So this is just another piece of education that you guys can take to your clients. Heaven forbid something happens, and I've seen it happen a lot. In this case, this was an out-of-state seller. That is factoring in a whole nother month. So this deal was supposed to close a month ago. I think it's going to be about 6-7 weeks out. Then tomorrow, I know this is lame, but since we're not doing another one in February, Tenacious J is all about why you need title insurance, what it protects, and the most common setbacks that title insurance protects from. So that's tomorrow at 9:30 on Facebook. Thanks for having me, guys. Looking forward to meeting all the newbies.
Awesome. Thank you, Janelle.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris Eldred, are you on the call?
I'm here. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So yeah, just want to use this time to say a quick thank you to a few agents, Melinda Chamberlain, Tyrone Franklin, Stacy Jones, Susan Stone, and Christopher Sobel. They all sent some great referrals over to me over the past week or two. Just want to say thank you, and thank you to all the agents that are sending referrals. It's already been a great start to 2022, and keep them coming. And then Jared sent me a list of some new agents. I sent some emails out to the new agents, just introducing myself, letting them know about the referral program. For any new agents that have any questions about the referral program, it is a wonderful way to make some extra money just by sending referrals for auto and home insurance, and to be able to get the loss history reports into your clients in a timely fashion, and to help them get the best coverage and best prices possible in their insurance. So if anybody has any questions at all, feel free to call me, text me, email me, Facebook me. I'm out there. So if you need me, I'm always available to help. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, we already talked to your realty leverage. I didn't pull this out. Sorry, keep going. All right, it's time for our coaching corner. Casey.
Awesome, thank you. Do you mind going to the next slide, please? Thank you. So in coaching, we are actually doing a listing competition called Loving on Listings. It is definitely going to be super fun because who doesn't love listings, especially at the beginning of the year. The way that it works is basically it's by a point system. So first prize is a $100 gift card to the new restaurant Elle in Solon. But we decided to do it more so with a point system, just to kind of avoid ties if we could. But if you are interested in joining us and doing that, you do have to be in productivity coaching to be able to participate, but I would love to schedule time to talk to you. And then the next one is Katie.
Sounds awesome. So a couple of things. I will be holding, as Gara mentioned, the New Agent Mastermind every Tuesday on Zoom at 10 a.m. So I would really encourage you, if you're a newer agent, to join us. In addition to answering always the questions, take priority. And if there's something in particular that the people attending want to work through, we always do that first. But I'll also have a training type topic to go over as well, in case there's not very many questions. So tomorrow we're going to be going over the process from start to finish with working with a buyer, and just, quickly going through even all the way to starting an opportunity in command and writing your offer. So that's one thing. And then the other thing, kind of related, I have started sending out practice offers to people who are in launch coaching. If you'd like to be included, just feel like you need a little more practice writing offers on our paperwork. Beth Jones participated last time, CJ Lupton, Keitsa, a few other people as well. And it's just really a chance to pretend you're writing an offer. I literally just pick an offer, pick a listing from the MLS, say, I'm the list agent, here are the terms that your client would like, and then you can just submit it to me in PDF like I'm the list agent. So just a good way to get some practice.
Love it.
And then
going
sorry.
back. Sorry.
Yeah,
Can you go back to the last one? Thank you. Did you have anything to add to that, Katie? Okay, awesome. And then I just wanted to talk real quick a little bit about some ideas in February that you can do for marketing. A reverse 100 is a really, really great way to kind of build your database. And obviously, we know your business is your database. So doing some kind of like Valentine's Day giveaway, I highly encourage you when there's like holidays coming up to use those as a reason to reach out to your sphere and focus your marketing around those things. So some type of like Valentine's Day giveaway, you could do a basket. You can, I know I personally reserved tables for two at two different more upscale restaurants that I'm going to be raffling off that with, a $50 gift card for each. So trying to build database that way, doing some kind of like monthly raffle. You could do free photo sessions. You could do, a free virtual home buying or selling seminar. There's a ton of different stuff that you can do throughout the month, but just making sure that you are dedicating the time to planning it and getting it on your calendar so that it goes smoothly. And if you want to set up a business review, I'd love to chat with you about your business in 2022. My email is on there. Feel free to reach out and we can definitely schedule a time to chat.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Katie. All right, Paul, our tech trainer.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So the command tip I wanted to kind of share today is I posted it on the KW Living Facebook page. I've had a lot of questions over the past few weeks about linking your social media accounts, Instagram and Facebook, to Command. So that 5-minute video walks you through it. It's really awesome. So that'll help you out because you need that in order to run any paid ads through Command. So that'll be helpful to a lot of people. And also I encourage you to join my training tomorrow at 1 for Smart Plans. We'll go over, planning on doing a pretty deep dive, going over different ones you can do that'll help you automate and leverage your business this year.
Paul, why do I need a smart plan?
Because it works when you're not. So
That's
so,
good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a way of keeping in touch and touch points of to your database. And it does that when you're not by your laptop, right? So just a little tidbit, I added 209 contacts to Neighborhood Nurture a week ago and sent out the
Nice.
first one. Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. Got a lot of good responses from that. So yeah, we'll talk
Nice.
about that as well.
So a separate smart plan for every client?
It was the same smart plan, but for every contact in there. Yeah, it was
In
the
your
same.
database.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, next slide, please. Broker Rick.
Hi, everybody. I got a couple of quick things to chat about today. First of all, you guys should all have your MLS dues bill. I know we just got through A-card dues, and now MLS is hitting us up for $228 for each of us too. So I'm not 100% certain, but I think that due date is March 1st. I may be wrong.
It's in March for sure.
Yeah. We pay those MLS dues twice a year, March and September. So, so it's time again to get those dues paid.
What happens if we don't pay it?
So if we don't pay it, first you as the agent will get suspended from the MLS, which will make it a little difficult for you guys to do your business, I suppose. The next thing that happens after that is they will, if we don't have 100% participation in the MLS, they will suspend our entire office. Obviously, we're not going to let our entire office get suspended. So if you still haven't paid it after your suspension, you should expect that we would have to return your license to the state, which we don't want to do. I don't think anybody wants that. So we need to make sure that we get that paid on time.
Awesome.
The second thing, I may be a little bit late for this update. It probably should have been done in October, but winterizing homes, homes are freezing. So if your seller's living in a house and has moved out because the transfer is coming up in a week or something, make sure they keep the heat on. I think most of our contracts, most brokerages contracts do say that they will keep the utilities on until the day the title transfers. So make sure that they are not shutting off the heat. And if they do, make sure that you notify the buyer and make sure that they winterize that house. We don't want frozen pipes. We've seen that happen right now, and it's not fun for anyone.
That's a great point, Rick. I want to just add, that it's no different in the summertime. If you're the seller, you own the house, you have to keep mowing the lawn and taking care of it. Same in the wintertime. That house is still in your name. You got to make sure that everything is working properly and taken care of.
Yep. Our contracts all say that you'll keep the utilities on and you'll keep the insurance on the property until title transfers. So make sure that your sellers know that that's in there, and that and by the way, the seller's responsible for utilities up through and including the day of closing. So if it's closing today, your seller has to keep the utilities on today. Tomorrow it's the buyer's responsibility. And then the big thing that I wanted to do a quick update on is we have a new form coming to our .loop hopefully today. We're working on getting it into .loop today. I've been fielding a lot of broker calls about appraisal gaps. We don't have a standardized form for it. People are writing it in differently. We're practicing law when we write that in, which we shouldn't be doing. And our clients are oftentimes not understanding what that appraisal gap means. So we've created, with the help of our attorney, an appraisal gap form. And it's going to be going in .loop. Like I said, hopefully today we'll have access to start using it. So it's going to be a standardized form. There's 4 points on there. Point 1 says the sale is contingent upon the appraisal at or above the agreed price. If there's an appraisal gap and you want to strike that line, you will be able to strike that line. 2 says the buyer will obtain the appraisal at the buyer's expense. 3 says if the property does not appraise for the agreed price, buyer shall contribute up to blank in cash not to exceed the purchase price. And then point 4 would be discussing that if that appraisal is the appraisal plus the buyer's additional cash contribution is still not enough. It says that the buyer will notify the seller in writing. The seller may have an opportunity to make concessions to bridge that gap further, or a mutual release will be signed and earnest money returned to the buyer. So now it's all going to be standard, so we won't be practicing law. Hopefully it's clear for everybody's clients and there won't be any confusion about that. So we're going to have that in there soon. A couple other forms that we're working on with our attorney. Home sale contingency. I think we have one. I think it's got quite a few challenges in that form. So we're working on cleaning that one up. Also a home sale concurrency. And then there's going to be a buyer occupancy before title transfer and the seller occupancy after title transfer. Those are forms that we're working on with the attorney, and we will hopefully be rolling out soon. I'm not sure on those forms. The last thing I'll mention about forms real quick is if you guys have questions about forms, or you think something should be changed in one of our forms, or a new form that we don't have, I would ask that you guys send me an email to brokerrickt@gmail.com with your suggestions, and I'm going to start doing an annual form review with our attorney. And so I'll just have a folder where I'm keeping those notes from you guys, those emails from you, and then when I do my annual review on the forms, I'll pull those out and we'll go through those at that time. So if you have suggestions, just shoot me an email with those.
Love that, Rick. I mean, you're doing such a great job in, just being on top of it, really, because every form that we have and we ask you to put in front of your client to sign is for your protection and their protection. We are utilizing attorneys to make sure that everybody is protected. So remember that as we put new forms out there, maybe it's new or something's changed. It's just because Rick is saying, okay, let's talk about it with the attorneys, make sure all of our bases are covered and we're protected as much as we can be, so that you're not going to be accused of practicing law by writing that stuff in yourself. So thank you, Rick. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, Associate Leadership Council. Sandy Braun, tell us, what does the Associate Leadership Council do?
Hi, guys.
Hi. She's our, Sandy is our agent advocacy chair. So it's her job to let us know when there's, there's anything that the agents need or want. So what does the ALC in general do?
Well, the ALC is the Agent Leadership Council, and we have missions, values, belief systems, and our mission is to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. We will meet once a month. Is that correct? I believe that we
That's
meet
correct.
once a month. So we meet once a month. We all will be checking in with all of the agents in our office, sometimes a week, a few days ahead of time, to ask if there's anything that you want us to bring to the meeting to discuss. It could be on a anonymous basis. We're there for you to help you. Everybody wants all of us to be successful in our careers, in our lives, in our business, and we are there for all of our agents in our office.
Awesome.
And this is what Gary has set up for us. It's been successful, and we're here for everybody.
Gary Keller, that is. Yep.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Hey, everybody, take a picture of this so that you can see who the people are that are on our leadership council that you can reach out to, but also the telephone number, right? For our broker assist line. If you have questions that are not necessarily legal real estate questions, you can call that number, and any one of our ALC members will answer and help you out. And if they need to refer you to the broker, then they will do so. Anything else you want to add, Sandy?
Not really. I'm not sure if there's something I need to add, but
no, that was perfect. You did an excellent job.
Thank you.
All righty. Next, oh, this is super exciting. So, y'all have been in our office and seen this stinky, nasty brown carpeting. We've been talking about it for a long time. So, we are actually having it removed. So, we're going to be polishing the concrete go to the next slide, please, so they can see what it's going to look like. Just polishing the concrete. It's not going to be painted or anything, but it's going to look really great and fresh and clean, and it'll just really make a difference in our office. Now go back to the other slide, please. Thank you, Gara. So here's how we're going to do it. The east side of the building, which is the side of the building that my office is in, on the side where the reception area is, on Friday, that would be March 18th. So it's going to, over 2 weekends, the third weekend and the fourth weekend, March 18th at 2:30 p.m., everybody in the building has to be out. And that what's going to happen before then, what you have to do to prepare if you have an office here or anything in the building on this side, you need to put it in a box or leave it. If it's in your desk, it has to be removed. But if it's in a filing cabinet, the filing cabinet can be moved. But the company that's doing the work is going to take that stuff and move it to the other side of the building over there where CJ's office is at. And they start at 2:30 on Friday. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 boxes. The Market Center is going to provide those to you so that all of the little stuff that's in your desk, stuff that's sitting out on your counter or on a bookshelf or something, you've got to pack that up and put it in a box because they'll carry the box over, but they're not going to carry individual things. We're also going to have plastic. So if you have something on the wall like a whiteboard or something, you can cover that up with it, and we'll have some painter's tape for you also. And they're going to finish it by Sunday. So Friday, 2:30 through Sunday, and Apex is aware they're going to be closed. We're going to get it all done, and the Market Center is going to be here on that Friday. All of our staff is going to be here to help you if you want to put like plants and stuff in your car just to get them out for the weekend, because it's going to get dusty in here for sure. So that first weekend we're doing East Side. The next weekend, starting on Friday at 2:30 p.m., same thing's going to happen. They're going to move everything over on CJ's side of the building and Ken Tench's side of the building over here to this side and finish that flooring. So the major disruption is going to be, unfortunately, for Ken's side of the building, because they have to take all of those cubicles down. So you'll have to pretty much box everything up. They're going to take them all down so they can move the furniture over on that side. So, and they'll be done by Sunday. So Monday morning when you come back to work, either one of those weekends, everything should be done on your side of the building. I'm going to have written instructions for you. We'll be sending those out. You should be seeing boxes soon. Set them in your offices for you. Start cleaning up. If you have questions, just reach out to me. All right, next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, this is something we've been working on. We've been listening to you. You've asked for some resources, so I want to show you what we've got here. I'm going to share my screen. There it is. So later today, you're going to receive an email with a URL. Can you see this share drive up here?
Yeah, we can see it.
Awesome. Okay, so this link is going to come to you. When you click on it and open it up, you're going to want to save it to your bookmark. See this little star over here? Save it so that you can access it. So what is it? What are we giving you? We are providing to you all of these files. So new agent resources, Katie has put together, and of course I can't even open it, but there's a whole bunch of fun stuff you'll get to go in. Katie, what's in there?
So I'm still very much working on it, in progress, but all of the step-by-step PDF documents that I've been putting together, and I know Paul and I are planning on building out some other ones for Command, just one giant Excel sheet that has all of the logins, and what the sites are, because we have so many systems that when you're a brand new agent, it's very difficult to know what is used for what. And so it literally just lays out what the websites are, what it's used for, and then the link to get to it so that you can then go and log in. Things like that. I'm going to be building out just an entire sheet of topics for trainings with the video and also a written PDF explaining the topic as well, for all of that. So it's definitely a work in progress, just trying to build out more on-demand education resources.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And Gara started putting together a marketing template. So Gara, why don't you talk about what kind of templates are in there?
So marketing templates are going to be for any open houses, like open house graphics or common graphics that agents use. If you need it on the fly, those will be in that drive for you to use. for you
Just
to save.
plug in my picture and my house picture and I'll be good to go?
Yeah, so it's going to be more like general, so that everyone can just take it and use it. We can share those Canva graphics with you if you'd like to.
Awesome. All right, and the next one is an agent roster. Oh, I was able to open it. Hot dog. Okay, so now you know everybody's contact information, every agent in our office. So we'll be updating this monthly. So if we add new people, you'll be in here. If people leave, then we'll be taking them out of there, but we're providing phone numbers, email addresses so that you can reach everybody. And the people that are highlighted in the gray, you know, these are our ALC members, just to make it easier for you to find them. So, all right, and then can you see my share drive again? Okay.
Yep.
All right, great. Now we have, we're working on a vendor sheet for you. Everybody's been saying, well, who do you use for? Well, now we're providing it. So we're providing who, the company, what they do, what is the service that they offer. So it could be lenders, home inspectors, electricians, flooring, attorneys, HVAC, it's all there. So please note these disclaimers at the top. You must provide 3 recommendations to your clients in each category, and you must include this language when you email it to them that says, here are some companies that our clients have used and had a great experience with. However, it's still up to you to do your own due diligence because we are prohibited from endorsing anyone or any company. So please always remember to include that language in there when you email, and always email, then you've got that evidence that you put 3 different people in there, okay? 3 different people. So if you see somebody on here and you have not had a good experience, or your client has not had a good experience with one of these companies or people, then please email Gara and let her know, and we'll talk as a leadership team about that. And you know, we might need to take them off because we don't want to put some, you know, we want to get to the bottom of it for sure. All right, so now then we've got, Gara also put together a list of computer courses that are available to you. So if you are lacking in computer skills or basic social media skills, please take a look at these links because they will offer courses. This is a core skill competency for real estate. And if you need to brush up on something so that you can understand how to use Command and our contracts and .loop better, please take a look at these and get involved or get yourself up to speed on those skills. Then the last one is, remember I told you we were going to do community engagement. We were going to pick out, there's going to be a team winner and an independent winner each year. So in 2022, I want you to start documenting who you're working with in the community and how. So this first example is one that I did. I just put it in here as an example. So and you can go retroactive to January 1st this year. On January 4th, I spent 3 hours with an organization. It's a nonprofit called Chick Time, and it's a bunch of children that get assigned to basically a home that is run by the county, by Summit County. And so I made birdhouses with them. We made a project together, and I bought a birdhouse kit for everybody. So it costs. So you will win based on the number of events, not how many, not how much money you spend or how many hours you were there, but by the number of events is what we're looking for. How many times did you get engaged? All right. So we can go ahead and go back to our regularly scheduled program here. I have to stop the share, don't I? There you go. All right, so keep track of those. And I'll remind you every month to put them in there, but we care, and we want our communities, and we want to know what you're doing out there so we can tell everybody about it. We want to share that stuff. That's a great way for you to get involved. Next slide, please. All right. Oh yeah, go back to that other slide I wanted to show. So if you're like collecting food for a food bank or you volunteer at Ronald McDonald House, that's another example. So Red Day coming up. We're going to ask you to get involved with Red Day. That's something you'll be able to put on there if you volunteer. All right, next slide, please. Tax time. Just wanted to note, I got mine in the mail on, I think, Thursday or Friday, my 1099, and I did note that the payer name is Greater Cleveland Southeast, and I thought it was important to let some of our new agents know that 2 years ago we used to be called Greater Cleveland Southeast, so it does say that on there, but that will be your 1099. They are mailed. You should have them. If you don't have them by Friday, I would say reach out and let us know. Next slide, please. All right, it's time for a family reunion. I need to share my screen again. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't know if I can get there or not from here. Let's see. Can you see now, NOW?
Yep.
Okay, great. Here we go. Family reunion. We're 2 minutes over and we'll be done very quickly after this. Family reunion is February 19th through the 22nd. It is live in Orlando. They have about 16,000 people registered. They have way more virtual registrations, so you can still get a virtual ticket. They are $199. The 19th of February is a Friday, so a lot of the breakout sessions are going to be on Saturday and Sunday. So we've got events coming up on Friday, a kickoff. I know that Katie and Garrett and Paul have been working on a schedule. You're going to hear more about that by Friday this week. It looks like we're not going to see the video, so we'll go back to our regular program here. Just watch your email for all of the events. Please don't schedule anything for Friday the 19th for our kickoff. And then Monday and Tuesday we'll have events for you here in the Market Center too, where we'll be streaming live specific events from Family Reunion. They're also going to be making recommendations for what breakout sessions we think are going to be most valuable to your success at Keller Williams Living in 2022. So thank you. Next slide. All right, just want to remind you that March 7th is our next meeting because 2/21 is on Family Reunion Week. So no stakeholder meeting on Monday morning, the 21st of February. So March 7th is our next stakeholder meeting. Next slide, please. And that's it. If you have any questions, just reach out to us. We are always happy to see your face. Thank you for joining us today. Tell people you know that are agents at Keller Williams Living that this is a jam-packed, full meeting of information that will help you grow your business and support you. That's what we love to do, and that's what we're here to do. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.